right, guys, we are live here at Impressions Atlantic City. I'm Kelly Walters, and I am hosting today's Heat Press for Profit podcast with LeeAnne and Henry from Lab Graphics. Now, they are joining us today, and they are our Q3 scholarship winners. So we are going to have a really great, interesting conversation with them, reviewing how they went from outsourcing their business and turning it into in-house with apparel decoration with a heat press. So welcome. Thank you guys so much for taking time today.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Make sure you switch the mic around. It's all right. I'll help you. So tell us just a little bit about Lab Graphics, how you got started. What is Lab Graphics?
So Lab Graphics, I started Lab Graphics 23 years ago. We are a large format digital graphics company, and we specialize in vehicle graphics, and we do some sign work. We've had the occasion to have customers ask us for apparel, customized apparel, which we have outsourced for 23 years. So
how many pieces did those requests typically come in?
On average, we might do 6 to 10 orders a year, and each order would range from maybe 100 pieces to 250 pieces. And there would T-shirts, safety gear, safety equipment, sweatshirts, jackets.
So just a variety of items.
Yes.
And to make up that 100-piece quantity, but it wasn't just, hey, I need 100 T-shirts. It was, I need this, and this.
Yes.
They were coming to you. They wanted to give you the order.
And it's always been important for us to find added value where we can, to keep our customers close. We hold their artwork, so it's easy for us to say, sure, we can do that for you. So we would outsource it.
Now, okay, in terms of wide format, who was a typical customer for you? What is it? What's your bread and butter? What was it that you were doing?
Our bread and butter is we work with leasing companies, large leasing companies like Penske. So we work directly with their leasing agents, and they would ask us to handle their customers' vehicle graphics. But we also work with like a mom and pop, a plumber here, a contractor there. So we will handle just about any kind of vehicle, from vans to tractor trailers, fleets, one-offs.
Yeah. So kind of whatever's coming to you, they're saying, hey, we need it. You're going to get them taken care of and get it done. So how did you, right, if you have, 6 to 10 orders a year, that's decent quantity at 100, 150, 200 pieces. What was the moment of realization that's like, what if we do this? What if we get a heat press? Did you know about heat presses before you bought one? Or was it yep, we're going to go with this?
Do you want me to take that?
No, when we first looked at it, we had a customer come to us that is in the trucking business. And again, like LeeAnne said, we're always trying to please our customers, keep them close. I didn't want to have them go somewhere else. And so when we looked at it, we thought, well, what if we brought this in-house? This can't be the only customer that needs this. And we've had, some repeats, but we just wanted to make the jump, and got started with one heat press. The job paid for that heat press. It was so successful that we just wanted to really explore Stahls and what they had to offer and how they could add value to our business.
So what transfer did you use at the beginning to get those jobs done?
Goof proof.
Oh, screen printed transfers. I love it.
Yep.
So was that because somebody helped guide you to screen printed transfers? Was it a request for screen print?
It wasn't a request for anything. It was, we need all these shirts and safety vests. We need them now. And the information that you guys provide as far as what to use when, super helpful.
That's awesome.
And so I think I did actually make a call the first time to say, is this the right thing? And they said, absolutely. And so that we went with Goof Proof. And it is. It's very goof proof. It's awesome.
Very easy to use. Okay, so screen printed transfers, that's what you ran with first, and you started with one press. So, as the scholarship winners from Q3, right?
Yeah, the scholarship
Congratulations.
came to a surprise. Actually, after LeeAnne had gotten such success with their last job, found out about the scholarship opportunity. She entered it without even telling me, being her husband and business partner. Typical, right?
Pull it down just a little bit.
But so we, there you go. We found out on a phone call. That was the first I knew about the scholarship, and it was awesome. It's been awesome ever since to find out not only that we were the finalists, but the winners was just so great.
So, going from one press,
Uh-huh.
right? And then you win this scholarship. What does your business look like right now, today, after going through that process, implementing more and more decorating in-house versus outsourcing? How do you offer it or market it to your customers?
Sure. Well, I'm a big fan of show and tell. So having the ability to just do one-off pieces is great for me to take to my customers, show them, let them see it right then and there. Actually, when we won the scholarship, Stahls brought us some samples for some of our customers already, ready to transfer, that we were able to put on hats and T-shirts. One of those we took to our customer, landed a 400-piece offer right then and there. First time.
On the spot?
On the spot. They loved it. The jacket that we had printed, he wouldn't give it back to me. So we thought this was a win-win. So that's how we really like to approach it, is any customer that we see potential, I don't mind buying one or two patches or a transfer, putting it on a T-shirt or a jacket, and knowing that more than likely I'm going to walk out of there with, a nice sale.
So you believe samples sell?
I do believe samples sell.
Create the sample, get it out to your customers, let them touch and feel it. Now, for those, you've got the wide format printing and those type of customers that are coming in. So you said small mom and pop, plumbing, it could be industrial, trucking. Are those the customers that you're going after for apparel as well, or are you going into different markets?
No, primarily we're sticking with our existing client list, because that's kind of the low-hanging fruit. They're already there. We already have these relationships that we've cultivated. They trust us.
Yeah.
And I think that's huge, that there's trust already there. So we can show them a product that we believe in, and that we're now making in-house, which I'm so proud to say that we're, I can say we are working on this order right now. So I think that for us, that is the best way to move into this market, is to just utilize already existing customers.
What's around you.
And then once we get a handle on that, then maybe we can start to sort of ratchet it up a little bit.
You might just keep getting busier and busier and busier, and to tap in those other markets, you might not have time.
And maybe
More presses.
Maybe that's all we'll be doing soon.
Okay, so is there a potential chance where you might leave the wide format world and really dive into apparel?
I never say never. I mean, I love it. It's fun. It's a different kind of labor. We talked about this earlier. It's not a specialized labor. So installing vehicle graphics is highly specialized. We need the right people. We have to train. There's schooling. This is not that. So it's really,
More accessible.
it is more accessible.
Who's doing wide format, and then who's doing apparel? Are you guys in both sides of it?
Yes.
Both sides.
Yeah.
How many total
We work
employees?
a lot.
How big is your entire team?
We're 3 people. That's it. 3 people. Yeah.
Okay, so you are not only doing the application for the wide format, but you are also doing the nitty-gritty of applying with the heat press.
Yes, and running our core business. Yeah, we're running the whole thing.
So how many
Yeah.
presses now do you have total?
We have we have two
Hats.
2 hat presses and 2 Hotronics presses.
The Fusion, Autoclam.
One Fusion,
Okay.
one Autoclam.
Awesome. So do you have a preference on which one you're using versus you?
I like the the Fusion. It's my favorite because of the programming. So you guys, actually they give it to you with all the presets. It's awesome. I like that. That's why I like it.
Okay, so let's talk about quantities, right? Because if you were doing 6 to 10 orders a year, where are you at now after bringing, one press in, let alone now you have 4 total?
So right now we're looking at probably 2 orders a week.
Okay.
We want to ramp that up, but we're still pretty new. So we're still learning all the tricks of the trade and how to manage job flow, how to store all these darn t-shirts. The problems, that you don't expect initially, that are creeping up are just fun problems for us to solve.
Yeah.
And we love it.
So what's your turn time for your customers?
It really depends on the job, the size, obviously, but usually 7 to 10. And Stahls with their assistants gets us stuff so fast that I'm never worried about that. If I have any concern, it's usually always on, how fast can my apparel get here? But even Stahls with the relationships that it has with some other apparel companies it's hooked us up with, it hasn't been an issue at all. It's been really fast.
That's
and awesome.
Okay, so when you were outsourcing,
Mhm.
you're able to turn tees, garments, items, accessories in 7 to 10 days now. When you were outsourcing, what was that time frame for you?
There was never any control, and that was one of the problems that we had with it was we don't like to be having customers out there that we have no control over. I hate having a customer call me and I don't have the answer.
Yeah.
So I'm one of those, I'll find the answer, but if I can have control of the answer, that's an even better position to be in, which is why this has been a real win for us.
When did you first bring in the heat press to your business? What year?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Around the
Yes, around
unmentionable
pandemic,
time.
yeah.
Yeah. So did that transform your business at all? Is that?
Our business, because we've been doing it for 20 years, was pretty steady through that time. But we did have time to kind of reevaluate everything like everybody else did. And I'm sure it led to influencing us to make this decision to kind of add value to our company instead of looking for other outsourcing stuff.
So if you are talking to somebody or somebody's going to come up to you and go, okay, I'm nervous to make the jump, or I'm going to switch my business, go a different direction. What advice do you have for that person that is maybe a little cautious of taking the pivot or even the financial adjustment of what you originally know to retraining your brain to something else?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a more like jump in with both feet kind of girl. So that's the reason why I don't tell them what's going on. But I don't see how you can't make the switch. I mean, to me, the investment, even before winning the scholarship, the investment into the one really nice press was manageable. I mean, it seems to me that it's a great way to spend any capital that you have to add value to your business.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's value and control, right? So it's value not only to your customers, but value to yourself. So it's that win-win that if they're coming to you and they're saying, hey, I want to give you these orders.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
Well, it helps us also keep control over that margin. I mean, I always want to give my customers the best possible price, but when I'm outsourcing, I have zero control. And I love being able to play with those numbers and figure out how, if I can save my customers any money or increase my profit in some way.
Yeah.
I love the way Stahls lets you gang print, especially like on the goof proof order. I was able to sort of chunk the whole order on 11 by 17 sheets, cut them as I needed them. It's such a great service. It was really helpful.
Well, I am really glad that we got to talk today and just kind of let everybody understand and know your story, because there's so many people, and especially after the unmentionable, So many businesses pivoted, and sometimes they were forced to pivot, or they just had this opportunity kind of, slap them in the face and go, I think we really, really need to go this route. And I know so many people are sometimes afraid of that change, but you said you're a jump with 2 feet in, so you're just sink or swim, and you're swimming, you're going for it.
I think we're going to do great. I have no doubt that it's right now we still feel like we have a lot to learn technically. Like we have a lot to learn about the machines. We have a lot to learn about the right products to use, but I have no doubt that we're going to hit some goals that we set to increase our bottom line with apparel. I don't have any doubt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can our viewers, our watchers, listeners, how can they follow your story, follow your business, even get in touch with you?
Oh, well, social media is the ticket these days. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Our next hire is probably going to be somebody younger than the two of us to help manage that.
Social media is fun.
It is. But no, like I said, we've been out there for 20 years. This is only added value to what we're doing, and we're really excited. We love the product. It's in line with our branding in terms of what we like to put out there. So it's a win-win for us. I tell anybody out there, don't hesitate, because there's money to be made.
So that would be your advice. Don't
That's my
hesitate.
advice.
There's money to be made.
There's money to be made. Yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and for everyone listening, thank you, and we'll see you next time.